Is boom, go live now. I ain't seen nobody do it like this. All right, if you want to jump on the live, hit me up, and we will be on the TikTok, FB, and YT. Holla at your boy. I got my moderator. Oh, my moderator, Chrissy's in here. What up, everybody? You look Mexican? Well, I ain't Mexican. Boy, don't you see? Don't you see? Don't you see over here, boy? Call me Todd. Call me Mr. Smith. Okay? Call me Mr. Smith. We in the building. Straight up. My favorite food is Taco Bell. Let's go. My favorite food is Taco Bell. Let's go. All right, we're gonna be streaming right here to make sure before I give y'all my full attention. Boom, and we're live. What up, FB? What up, YT? Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Okay. So let me make sure. Let me do a little quick mic check. Shout out everybody on FB and YT. Gotta make sure they're good. My people over. That's my people over there. Y'all might not like me on TikTok. Okay. On TikTok, you might not like me that much, but on FB, they love me. Okay. On FB, they love your boy. Okay. Because I'm a patriot. Ain't no smut on my name. You know, I'm a hardworking father. Let's check the audio. You know, in the comments if you can hear me. Okay. So, do a little quick mic check. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Perfect. All right, so we're live, y'all. I went and saw my son's house. I went and spent time with my son. Me and my wife and my kids went over there, took a little pizza and checking out his yard. You know what I'm saying? Grown folk business. He had some issues with his yard. A little bit of, I want to say maybe it's fungus, but maybe it might even be damn, what are they called? The worms. Grub worms. Grub worms will mess up your yard, y'all. If you water a lot, you got a nice yard, and you get little patches of tough spots in your yard, it could be a grub worm or a fungus or stressed out, soil. Of course, this is grown folk talk. If you own a house or own property, you know what I'm talking about here. So I went to go see my son's yard, gave him some tips, and beautiful yard. Pulled up to my son's beautiful neighborhood in North Side, and I'll just say Midland on the nice side of town. $500,000 house basically. And I pulled up to my son's house, and man, almost shed a south side tear. Y'all pulled up. And my son is not the only house. There's other houses with the flag, but my son, y'all, he had an American flag right there just waving on his house, y'all. Oh, man. I felt so much pride. I told my son, man, I gave my son a hug. On that flag out there, I said, I guarantee you, when anybody passes by your house, especially in this nice neighborhood, all the rich folk out here, all the big ballers and the oil fielders, when they see that flag, they say, oh, yeah, that's a good guy in that house right there. You already know the Brads, the Toms, and the Arnolds. When they see that flag, they say, "Oh yeah, we got a good man right there living in that house," and that's my boy. I'm proud of my son. Anyways, let's continue. We in the live. What's up, everybody? We kicking back. I'm off tomorrow. That's how much you raised them right. Amen. Exactly. I raised my kids to love this country, and they already knew it, right? I'm gonna be honest. My parents, I thank God, my parents weren't like patriotic at all. Really, they just worked hard. And I know there's videos out there. There's a fake video out there of me saying that my parents are from Juarez or some weird old crap. I've said it before. If my parents were from Mexico, I'd admit it. People are just pushing lies on your boy, but I ain't tripping. I got like a couple thousand extra followers from that video. But the point is, my parents were born here. My grandparents were born here. I actually started doing research into my background. My family's been here since the 1800s in Texas, right? So it's pretty crazy. Once you start looking up your history, that's my family, my lineage. But anyways, like I said, my parents that raised me, my grandparents raised me, and they just worked hard. I made a video about it. It went kind of viral, but I always said that my parents or my grandparents never showed me to be, how do I say this? I'm on here on TikTok. They showed me how to be appreciative of living in this country without being patriotic, without being too political at all. They really showed me, or at least they didn't sit there and brainwash me and tell me to have allegiance to Mexico or any other country, right? No, they just worked hard. There was no victim mentality. My grandfather worked hard to provide for me and my family. And I'm glad that he never went there and told me, hey, son, you got to be, proud Mexican or all this other Mexico stuff. You know what I'm saying? He never told me that. He never showed me to not like my country. And I'm telling you, I finally understand right now as a grown man, I'm grateful that he instilled that in me without even saying it, right? He never just was, talking bad about the USA. Of course, some people have their gripes, of course, and no country's perfect. But my father that raised me never sat there and just wanted me to be have allegiance to another country. He just worked hard. He wasn't a victim, and we made do. And I'm glad that my father never showed me that, or my mother. And again, I'll say this: my grandmother and my mother, people, like I said, they don't know, but most people are like this. If you tell someone like me or my parents or grandparents, if you ask them if they're from Mexico, they get offended. People don't like when I say that, but everybody knows it's the truth. You know darn well if you go in public and someone asks you, especially if they're trying to be rude about it, if they tell you to go back to Mexico, or they ask you if you're from Mexico, you know you get offended. You get pissed quick, right? Straight up. You be like, hey, I'm an American, boy. You be getting pissed off. So don't act dumb. But back to my parents, I'm glad that they show me to be appreciative of living here without pushing politics on me. They didn't push politics. They weren't America haters. They just worked hard, and they didn't brainwash me with that kind of mentality of being loyal to another country. And I'm honestly very grateful for my parents. They say that a father is his, there's three stages to a father. A child sees them first as the hero. Then they see them as the villain, right? Because the father is, I ain't my kid's best friend. I'm strict. I'm a strict father. And then the third, the hero, then the villain. And then the end, the child grows up and they start to humanize their parents or their father. They say they basically understand why their father was the way their father was in their lives. If you're a good parent, I would say. But anyways, I'm just grateful to my grandparents that raised me the right way and didn't sit here and have me pledging allegiance to another country or having that mindset where I'm like stuck in that like victim mentality. Oh, America's so bad. Oh, the white man. Oh no, he's so. Oh, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I can't get food stamps. I can't get Medicaid. I'm not gonna lie. My wife, my girlfriend at the time when I first got with her, she was trying to get government assistance and all that, it was kind of like instilled in her, or a lot of people were like that back in the day. And I told my wife, my girlfriend at the time, I said, we ain't getting no food stamps. She even tripped out. She's like, why wouldn't you want to do that? I said, man, I'm not going to be going to this office and getting no food stamps. And I've never been on food stamps in my adult life ever with my wife, straight up. And let's be honest, the food stamp situation, some people just take advantage all the time. Food stamps was never made for people to sit there, Medicaid, Medicare, all that crap. It wasn't made for you to sit there all your life and getting the check from the government, your EBT and your food stamp card and all your Lone Star card. That's messed up. You know what I'm saying? That's for people that are really in need for a little while. Get on, get out, and do your thug thizzle. But thank God for those that have never depended on the government to feed them whatsoever, right? And some people can never get out of that mindset. I got family members, that's all their life. They're on food stamps. They're on welfare. They're on a Lone Star card. You know what I'm saying? And they're happy with that. Then they go to the store and they get hot Cheetos, wearing a Scooby-Doo and Winnie the Pooh pajamas. They took a bath in 2 days, but they're going to 7-Eleven on the first of the month, go buy some hot Cheetos and some Slurpees, and then they selling half of their food stamps for some cash to get some and there's, you know what I'm saying? Or they go to a barbecue and they buying all the meat, or they selling your Theo all the meat. So that's hogwash. Anyways, let's continue. What up, everybody? Let's continue. Who's up in here? Oh, yeah, I've got 140 on the live. I didn't even look at these numbers. We're doing pretty good over here. My bad, y'all. Okay, my bad. Anybody want to cam up? Hit the button. Let's go viral. I'll clip you. I'll put you on other platforms, other videos I've done already. And let's do it. Let me check if anybody's hit that button, and I'll cam you up, put you on the screen now. Oh, got a couple already. Let's continue. Someone said fake story. That ain't no fake story. What's up with this? What's up with the screen, though? Someone said fake story. Man, you ain't got to believe me. Don't you notice I'm not on here telling you to tap the screen, share the live, or nothing like that? I don't need your money. And I don't need you to follow me either. You're on Nino Radio. What's up? Hello? You're on Nino Radio. Hello? Going once. Going twice. Can you hear me? And you're out of here, Holmes. Who's next? Who's next up? Straight up. Boy, you never hear me tell you to hit the live, hit the share, give me a gift. Thank you for the galaxy. Well, you never hear Nino America ask for y'all for nothing. I'm an old man, baby. I don't need nobody's money. Y'all Nino Radio, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Nino?
What up, man?
Hey, is it necessary for me to cam up so that I can talk to you, or what?
No, you can just do it like that, or you can cam up if you want. I don't care. I mean, whatever you want to do.
All right, so
whatever's better for you. But I'm getting the audio, and this will be, if it's a good video interview, I will be putting it everywhere else. It's my content once you drop the interview. What up?
All right, so I'm Mexican, dude, and I live in Mexico, but I just speak English.
Ooh.
Is there anything you want to ask me or about like Mexican Americans or whatever?
Okay. All right. So interesting. I'm glad you actually mentioned be a good one. So you are currently in Mexico.
That's right.
Well, you speak good English. Do you speak Spanish?
Yeah, for sure. I speak Spanish.
Talk to me in Spanish real quick.
¿Qué quieres que te diga?
What's the weather like over there right now? And what city are you in?
Yo vivo en el norte de México, güey, cerca de la frontera.
Okay, tenfold. All right, cool. So, you speak English. Why do you speak good English? Did you get deported?
No, I didn't get deported, but I did live in the U.S. for a while. But I haven't been in the U.S. for like 9 years.
Oh,
I'm talking about 9 years ago. So I don't really want to
okay.
say where I'm
Yeah,
at.
no. You know. Well, let me ask you. You don't got to disclose it, but why don't you want to say where you're at, bro? Why not?
You know how the
Oye, gordo. Again, back to Mexican citizens that live in Mexico. What do they think about people like me?
Well, dude, we think we see you as American. We know that maybe somewhere down the line, it's different for everyone. You have some sort of a ancestor that might have been Mexican. Who knows? It can be like one your grandparent, great grandparent, great great grandparent. It depends. It changes. It's different for everyone. But we know that you are American because you have like a U.S. passport. You live out there. You grew up over there. You went to high school out there. So we know you guys are American. Yeah.
Do they accept us as Mexicans over there?
Not like us. It's usually like you guys are Americans. We know you had ancestors, but you're not your ancestors. You are like an individual. You're your own person, your own man, your own woman, and you are American. Maybe you have Mexican roots. Like we can accept that, but we don't. We respect your nationality. So me telling you that you're Mexican would be me disrespecting your nationality as an American.
Oh, hey, all right, that's crazy. So let me ask you this question. I always say people get mad at me. I say that I'm not a Mexican because I was born in the United States of America, and I don't have no ties to Mexico. I say that a Mexican is someone born in Mexico. Do you agree with that? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that anyone that wants people to believe that American is that only white people can be American, or that I think those people have a problem. They have some sort of a cognitive bias. They have.
Hey, ain't it kind of weird, bro, how they act, bro? Like, yeah, and even when I say to deport illegals, they automatically think I'm talking about Mexican or raza, bro. And I even said my issue ain't even with them, bro. I'm being flooded by all kinds of people from everywhere in the world, bro, in my city, right? But it's like they're like I don't know, like you said that word, bro. They have that victim mindset, or their antennas just perk up when they hear the word illegal, and they think that I'm talking, or anybody that says illegal, that we're talking about raza, bro. Ain't that crazy, bro?
Well, I can kind of like I have an idea of why that might be. That's because out of all the immigrants in the U.S., the Mexicans have the Mexican illegal immigrants are the largest group. So the Mexican illegal community out there has like this connection with
Okay.
that's why they kind of take it as a Mexican fight. But yeah, we know there's you guys got all kinds of stuff like millions and millions of illegal immigrants that are not Mexican.
Okay, so again, if someone was born in the United States, in your opinion, or I think it's also factual, but if someone's born in the United States, are they a Mexican?
No, they are American. They might have a Mexican mom or a Mexican grandfather or great grandfather, but no, you guys are American, dude. Yeah.
If someone's born in Mexico, what are they?
They're Mexican. Yeah, it doesn't matter if
I'm just saying, bro, it's crazy because I keep saying this. People don't believe me, or they get so offended by it. But I guess let me ask you another question. Someone born in America is American. Someone born in Mexico is a Mexican. What else I ask you? No, expand upon that if you want, bro. While I bring up my. Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
So when they tell you like I've noticed that they tell you like things like, oh, you look hella illegal. You look how does a Mexican look? Like these people have a stereotype in their mind.
Yup.
Of what a Mexican, what an American is. And it's usually a fucked up stereotype because it's usually like American is white and Mexican is not something not white. But I'm telling you, there's white Mexicans here and, they're just as Mexican as Mexicans that are not whites.
Oh, hey, hold on. So you said there's white Mexicans over there? What do they look like?
Oh, yeah, they look very European and they're super Mexican, dude. They're more Mexican than the Americans that try to like control our identity.
Oh, that's crazy, bro. Okay, so let me ask you another one then. What is the Mexican citizens' thoughts on Texas? Because I say all the time that I'm a Tejano, I'm a Texan. We've had a history, right? Not saying that it's something bad now, but I'm a Texan. Y'all are Mexicans. What is Mexico's or the Mexican citizens' average opinion on Texas? Do they hold any grudges?
Well, I think it depends, right? It depends on who you ask. For example, I'll give you an example. You know how Texas is it shares a border with a Mexican state. I think it's Nuevo León, right? and a few other Mexican states. So the people in those states, they have a connection with the people from Texas because you got people going to Texas from Mexico, people coming to Mexico from Texas. So there's an overlap between the cultures, right? But there might be some Mexicans that do have some sort of grudge with the Texans because of the history, right? But I know for a fact that in some states, the ones that are like that share border with Texas, the people there are connected. There's like
Yeah, because they have commerce, they do business together, correct?
yeah, that's
A
correct.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you another one. What do you think about people that speak Spanish? People tell me that, I say I don't speak Spanish, and then I say that, Spanish ain't even the language of Mexico. It's basically of Spain. What do you think about speaking Spanish? Go ahead.
Well, I think that so there's a lot of Mexicans that they don't speak Spanish, and there's a lot of Mexicans that speak Spanish and another language. There's
What?
yeah. So here there's like I know you heard about the indigenous communities in Mexico. A lot of them, they don't speak Spanish, and they're not any less Mexican than anyone else.
Do they have like a grudge, or what's the relationship with Mexicans that speak Spanish? Is there like a difference there, or any kind of a rocky relationship, or they're all just the same people?
Well, the national identity kind of unites. It overpowers the differences of because of language. But no, a lot of them speak both Spanish and it's another language. Like me, I speak Spanish and English. And that's okay. Like I think that people that want to force Mexicans to speak just Spanish or I think that's crazy. Like why would anyone want to limit the Mexican people to one language? Why can't Mexicans speak English or Native American languages or French or German or Italian, whatever it is?
What's your thoughts on, because Mexico only had, I don't know if it's the U.S., but I know Texas. Well, I don't know which one it is, but they only had ownership of Texas or the U.S. for 14 years. In Spain, Spain was had control of California for like 277 years, and I think they only Spain or Mexico only owned California for 27 years. But for people that sit there and have this messed up, history or historical, view of, them calling this stolen land, bro. And what do you think about when people say that, especially people on this side, that they stolen land, which there's been deals and all, things happen. What do you think about the stolen land argument?
So I think that argument is kind of counterproductive, and it just comes out of like, just pettiness. Like you said, usually, so there's two versions, right? There's people that want to claim that land because of like, Native American, ancestry. Others want to claim it because of like the Spanish Empire, and others want to claim it as like because of it was a national like territory of Mexico, like after independence. But I think that if we're gonna do that, why doesn't anyone ever say anything about the Guatemalans or the Central America? That all used to be a part of Mexican territory and part of the Spanish Empire. And there's a bunch of native native nations that are both in the south of Mexico and in Guatemala and further down in Central America. I think that that's petty, and I think that's counterproductive. And
Wow.
yeah, that's what I think.
What are your thoughts on Trump?
On Trump, well, I think Trump is doing whatever he thinks is best for his country, and I think that we got our president, and she's doing whatever she thinks is best for my country, and they're talking, and they're not disrespecting each other. Trump and my president are not at each other's throats. They're civilized. They have conversations like the one me and you are having right now, and despite the differences, they speak to each other in a civil manner. So that's true.
Oh yeah. Okay, let me ask you, what do you think about, I don't know how long you've been following me, when you see my videos and how like I'm kind of abrasive, the blowback I get, what were your overall thoughts when you seen my content?
Well, dude, I like your content. I think that, like people that look like you, or that might have some sort of resemble you, and when it comes to complexion or features, should be allowed to be proud Americans. No one should be trying to tell them that they're not Americans simply because of especially if and it's usually not white people that I see doing that to you. It's
Nope.
usually what I see is people that might look similar to you that are doing that, which is what's crazy to me.
Wow. Let me ask you another question. How dangerous is it right now? Like outside your door, how dangerous is it? Is it really dangerous, or is that just propaganda?
Uh, Dude, it depends on where you're at. I think it depends on where you're at, and there's a lot of things that have to be taken into account to the but at least for me, I feel pretty safe because I'm not out there messing around, and I carry myself in a serious way. I I feel pretty safe, but I know there's a lot of insecurity for sure. So I think it, it's crazy because I don't want to feel insecure in my country, but I know that there is a lot of insecurity. But at least around where I live, I feel pretty safe. I don't know if I go out into like a different city, different area, then I probably will like.
Yeah, because what you know is what you know and what you don't know, right? Like you're not comfortable in a foreign area, or
Right.
What's the best thing about America? What's the best thing about Mexico?
The best thing about America, I think that I guess I, I like the Southwest culture, dude. Especially like Texas, Arizona, and like New Mexico. I like that. That's in my opinion. That's like peak American culture, Southwest American culture. Cowboys and Native Americans and things like that. That's and the best thing about Mexico. Oh man, there's so many good. I think is just the hospitality of our people, like of the Mexican people. We get a lot of tourists from your country, and for the most part, they're treated you know cool. They're given a lot, shown a lot of hospitality. I think that's one of the best things about our country. Yeah.
Interesting. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the conversation, bro. I'm gonna clip this and put this on my other platforms, bro. Final words. What do you want to tell everybody watching right now and on the repeat? What do you want to say? Go ahead.
Man, I just want to tell him to, get off of Nino, man. Stop telling him that he can't be American just because, he might have a certain complexion or certain features. I think that's crazy.
Okay. All right, man. I appreciate you, man. God bless you. Thank you. Be safe.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Hey, that was pretty good. Let's continue. We're gonna get somebody else on here, y'all. Y'all, Nino Radio. What's up?
Oh, what's up, man?
What up, man?
Hey, I follow you, bro.
Yeah. What up, though? You like me? You don't like me, or whatever? I ain't tripping. What's up?
Nah, yeah, I'll be honest with you, bro. I live here in Midland too. I work here in the
Okay.
oil field. I've been
Okay.
here for many years. Texan, like you.
Where you
But
from? Where you from originally?
originally, I'm from Cuauhtemoc, Chihuahua. From
Oh,
Chihuahua.
yeah. Are you here legally?
I'm here legally, bro.
Okay, so you're here legally. Do you like my content or you don't like my content?
I do, bro. I do.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why, because you speak truth, man. Like, people don't understand that I was raised in Mexico, and the shit over there, you could definitely know. You right away, you'll know that America's better. That's just facts. Now, yes, we got culture, we got food, we got music, but I can't live in a country that don't even care about you, that wants to kill you, that you're living in fear every day. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
here in America, I feel safe. I feel safe for my kids. I feel safe here in Midland. And,
Huh.
I thank the land that I thank the flag that I work on. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and it's crazy because I have a family member that they went to OJ, bro, barely to get some stuff real quick. They went in and out, and they said, "Man, Nino, we went in there, and the first thing we saw was some federales, with some big old rifles walking around, and they automatically, not that they did nothing, the police there, but my people felt they didn't feel safe, bro, when they saw it. They just felt, kind of, I don't know how to say it, bro, and they ain't weenies, but it's a woman, she just didn't feel safe when she saw that in broad daylight in Mexico, bro. She just felt a certain way, and she still went about her business and bought herself, came back quickly. But I think you're right. I think a lot of people, we understand that you go somewhere like there, bro, the safety that we have here, it's not there. And I'm not trying to down them, and I'm not saying it's not safe over there, but I know it's different than over here. At least over here, bro, for the most part, you can walk down the street and it's not really an issue. I'm not saying that's not like that over there, but it's just a feeling of safety I think that we have in America. It's you can't deny it, bro, right? And I'm not saying it's not unsafe over there, but I know it's not as safe as it is here as it is over there. Is that accurate?
Yeah, and you can feel it right away.
Wow.
Every time
Yeah. Right. Right. Okay.
Every time I cross, every time I cross back, you could just feel that weight just off your shoulder when you cross back to Texas and land. And it's sad that we got to go visit our family, and it's sad that we got to go with fear. You know what I'm saying? Because like you were just saying, the federales, bro. The federales, bro, are the first ones that are gonna get you. Not even the cartels, but the actual freaking cops, bro.
And I seen it, bro. I even seen a black family that were talking crap to them, bro. They're like, man, call the U.S. embassy. This ain't right. They're trying to tax them, bro, and they were talking crap to the police, bro. They're recording them. I don't know what happened to them, but I did see a family go over there and they weren't having it, bro. What happens if, say, the police pull you over? Can you pull a move on them, or can they mess you up?
They can, bro. They basically what they do is they'll disappear you, man. As sad as it sounds, they'll just disappear you, or they'll just put out on the notes, or they'll just write something like, "Oh, he attacked us first and we killed him." Yeah,
and
bro.
Ain't no court or nothing. Ain't no trial or ain't no investigation.
Bro, it's all paid off, dude. It's all corrupted, dude. It's just, I mean, we should know this already by now, but we still go over there because it's we got our families, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And
Hey, okay. So, hey, bro. So you see my content, bro. When I sit there and I say that an American is someone born here and a Mexican's is someone born in Mexico, what are your thoughts on that, bro?
born in Mexico.
No,
So
I'll make a video. I'll make videos saying that if you're born in Mexico, you're a Mexican. If you're born in America, you're an American. What do you think
that's
about
law,
that?
brother. That's law. I mean,
Okay.
we can't deny it. I'm a Christian too, and then you gotta respect the laws of the land, brother. I've always seen it like that.
Wow.
I was born here. I come from a legal mom, from illegal parents, but the fact that they took a sacrifice to bring me here, and then I was born, I still gotta respect the fact that I'm Mexican, but I gotta respect the land that I was born in. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit there and wave my Mexican flag when I work here and I live here,
Yeah, you make your living here. Okay, so let me ask you another question, bro. I've said it many times. People get mad when they hear the word illegal and they think I'm talking about raza. But you live in Midland, Odessa, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Mexicans are really not our issue here. Am I right? There's a whole nother group of people that are here, right, bro? That are just flooding West Texas. You think is that an accurate statement?
Yeah, I agree with you. We're talking. I guess we could go down the list, but Hondurans, Venezuelans, Cubans. I mean, we could go down the list. And now I'm not saying all of them, bro, because I do got some couple of friends, and I know a couple they're good people, man. They're here legally, and they're not sitting there waving their Venezuelan flags or their Cuban flags around, But there's that group. It's like a 80%, I think, that they're here thinking, with their pride and egos and yeah, illegally, and then they want us to pay for all their stuff. Like I went the other day to our mall here in our local mall.
Yeah, that's
I have a little girl, and I was pushing her in a little stroller, and I bumped into I think she was a Venezuelan, I don't know. And right away, she tried to say, a lawsuit, give me money.
What?
I'm like, dude, you walked into me and I was just pushing like my baby girl. And she was all right away. They're here just to get money, dude. Like, oh, I need a lawsuit. So you hit my leg. Give me money now. I was like, what the hell?
Bro, and also, you know about the truck drivers here that cause wrecks. You seen that?
Yeah.
Have you seen that in the oil field?
Yeah, a lot, bro. A lot of my friends. Matter of fact, we go to. I mean, I don't know if I'll talk about it. No big deal. But
Yeah.
we go to Mid City's church here.
Yeah.
And we just had a family member. I don't know if you heard about that girl that just got ran over.
In Gardendale.
Yeah, and then so we just hearing stories like that, and it's like, dang, man. But yeah, I hear them all the time, dude. Like, they're just giving these. Well, I'm a diesel mechanic, so I know about these truck drivers. We work on their stuff.
You see them, right?
Yeah. So what it is that what
Wow.
I'm hearing is that they're buying the license, their CDO
Yo.
with no year of experience. And
Bro,
they're buying
and
it.
people have told me on my videos, which, bro, I don't care if they believe me or not. I don't know how to lie, bro. You know how it is in West Texas. Some people can lie, but for the most part out here, bro, we tell it how it is. But I always say that, bro, that they come here on, illegal CDLs, and people tell me, an illegal can't get in a CDL. Hogwash.
Yeah.
They can. Am I correct?
They can, yeah. They're getting there's ways around it, bro. Florida, they're trying to track it down, but Florida is real bad on that. They're just giving them out for a couple $100, dude.
Wow.
And they're coming over here using that, and then they boom, 2 years of no experience, bro. They go wreck.
Yep. It's horrible. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you jumping on here, bro. Any final words, whatever you want to say to the people watching, and I'm gonna put this on my other channels, bro. Go ahead. Final words.
Just respect America, man. Respect where you work. We live here. We gotta respect the flag. God bless America, and that's it, bro.
Amen. God bless you, brother. Be careful out there.
You too.
Later. Hey, y'all heard the man? Y'all heard the man? Respect it or check it, baby. Y'all want to jump on here? Holler at me. Holler at me. We finna have somebody real special finna jump on here. Let me just say a couple things before I go there and say that. Look at this. Vegas woman, 702. As the wife of a trucker, CDL is easy to get illegally. I've been telling people this. Y'all think I'm on here just lying? Like I said, look, think about it. You heard these last two guys. It's kind of funny, huh? Oh, y'all like to clown me, and they make these fake videos lying on me, not even telling the truth. All the comments, all these negative comments, but after a while, the real knows. You can dislike me all you want. Keep watching me. You're gonna end up liking me, baby, because ain't nothing you can really hate on over here. If you're a good father, a good family man, you don't owe nobody no money, you ain't on government assistance, you work hard, you eventually gonna be like, man, Nino ain't that bad because you just like me. Now, if you out there, doing illegal things and you support illegal aliens and you ain't got no goals in life and your 401k is at zero, you don't know what a 401k is, yeah, you ain't gonna like me. Oh, you got $500,000 in the 401k right now and you 35, you gonna like me. You got a pre-Roth IRA 401k at $1 million right now at 40, you gonna like me. You probably got a Trump hat like me. You probably like Trump too. We trying to get rich. You ain't gonna sit there and say, "Oh, Trump's only for the rich," but we trying to get rich. You think I want to be poor all my life? I done changed that long ago. I don't want to be poor. I'm not gonna blame nobody. I'm not a victim. Straight up, I ain't a victim. I don't blame nobody for nothing. I don't need the government. I need the government to get out of my way. Get out of my way and watch me work, baby. If you own a business, you work hard, you gonna like me. You support illegal criminals and activities, you ain't gonna like me, and I don't care. Like I said, you see me telling you, touch the screen, share the live, thank you for the galaxy. No, I don't need your money. I'm like the only TikToker I've ever seen that ain't like that. I don't give a flip. I don't even want you to follow me. Don't even follow me. The less followers I have, the better. I don't ever tell y'all to follow me. Don't follow me. Straight up. That's how I look at it. And you ain't gotta like it. Let's bring up the one and only, y'all. I got somebody right here finna jump on here. Where's the homie at? Let's get him on here. Y'all really gonna get mad when y'all see this dude.
What's up, my fellow nopal? Yay!
Coconuts in the building.
Waco, Texas in the house.
Woo!
What's up, Nino?
Waco? Hey, Aram. You been checking my background, bro. How long my family been going since they had the liar lying on me? How long has my family been in Texas since your research you've done? Let them know.
From what I've researched so far, just on your mother's side, Sotelo, what I found was all the way, I found 1846 here in Texas.
Woo! Hey, don't even say the last names to the other side, bro. Don't even give them
Yeah.
that. But
No,
hey, but
that's-
Aaron, but from the 1800s, my
Yeah.
family's been in Texas, so that's basically. So Aaron married buddies in Waco. He knows a lot about the Mexican Texas situation. Mexico, Texas claimed its independence in what year?
I believe it was 1821, 1822.
Wow.
After that, it was it belonged to Mexico for about 14 years, and then 1836, the Texas Revolution, when we whooped that ass. See, here's the thing.
Let's
people
go.
people want to say this is
Yeah.
our land. This is
No, this is
stolen
our
land.
land.
Well,
This
guess
is our
what?
land, baby.
Yeah, well, guess what? Y'all must have not have wanted it bad enough, because guess what? Your leader, old Santa Anna, he didn't really want it, because guess what? The Battle of San Jacinto, he saw Sam Houston, Juan Seguin, and all the rest of those nopals and white boys coming for their ass. He said, fuck this, I'm out of here. He went and hid like a little girl dressed in a regular soldier's uniform.
No
trying to hide
way.
amongst
He
them.
did that?
Yeah, coward. So when they say stolen land, this is all. No, y'all didn't want it that bad. Our leader gave it up like that, and then he came back for the Mexican American Award, and same thing. Like, oh no, you can have it back, and they got paid for it. But I'm not trying to hate it. It's just some people just can't handle the truth, and me. You know me, I give it with a little bit of humor. I can't help it. But yeah, there's no, hey, that's just facts are facts. And it's all right, but these mojados, they can't handle it. That's why they hate people like you and me.
Yeah, we're not victims, and we're not sitting there, pledging allegiance to other countries that ain't got nothing to do with them countries, bro. Like, anyways, but the point is, though, what's up, Aaron Waco? So, the way it works, homeboy was on here barely. I don't know if you heard him talking, bro, but he said that everything I've been saying is correct.
Yeah.
If you're born in Mexico, you're a Mexican. Born in the United States, you're an American, and that's just how it works. And he even, backed up what I said by saying, it's facts. And the other homeboy said it's the law. That's just how it is. And people just have this blind allegiance to another country that didn't do nothing for them, bro. We live in this country. We love this country. And that's all there is to it, bro. I think they're just upset that we're not sitting here stuck in that mindset of having to pledge allegiance to another country that we don't even know nothing about. And Aaron, like I said, bro, we're Texans, right? Your family goes back to the 1800s to Texas too. How do they want us to have any kind of allegiance to a country, any other country besides ours, right? Or even our state? But for to say this: if we are Texans that go back to the 1800s in Texas, how should we have allegiance to Mexico, bro? How? Anyway, let me know.
I mean, I can't, because I don't have it. Texas is my home. America is my home. That's all I know. Mexico, what is Mexico? Like you said, what has Mexico done for me? And then they want to say that the white man is our oppressor, this and that. No. It's that motherfucker over there that has the same skin color as me that wants to be my oppressor. He wants me to pledge my allegiance to his flag, his country, his culture, his language, just because we have the same skin color. And I like to tell him all the time, no. Just because we have the same skin color does not mean we are the same. I'm not saying that I'm better than you or vice versa. No. But y'all need to get over this whole, just because you see another brown person, you can just go up to him and say, oh, que traes, güey? Oh, man. I could be Italian. I could be Muslim. This is America. Well, how about start off with, hello, how you doing?
Right.
And don't get mad when I don't answer back. If I do answer back, it ain't the right kind of Spanish, or you don't like my accent, because it don't sound like this.
Hey, Aaron, all right. Some quick game, because you showed me some game while I looked in my background. But anybody listening right now, bro, you don't have to do a DNA test, which I don't recommend DNA test because I don't trust where it goes. But how do you go about, because you're pretty good at this, if anybody listening that wants to look into their background, where they're from, I mean, you found a lot of your stuff about your family, correct? Tell us the basic way how you dig into your lineage and how you dug into my lineage. What's the proper way to do it for anybody that wants to look into their background?
Well, I'll say this. The first thing I would recommend anyone do is start with your father's side. Start with his mother and his father, but start with his father's family. Go down. His daddy, your grandpa, and then your great grandpa, and then great. See how far back that goes. Ask questions. Say, do we have any pictures? Y'all know anything? And then from there, I would suggest making an Ancestry account. It's like $20-$30, but I mean, you'd be amazed I'm amazed at what I found. I couldn't believe it when I saw how far my grandfather's family, Arechica, goes back here in Texas. You know, the earliest or the oldest Arechica I found that was in Mexico, Nepocino, was in 1792. And then after that, Rafael Arechica, his son, was born in Texas in 1822. And then from there, we just been, you know, boom, boom, boom to here right now, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
Yeah, so I would start there. You know, start with your family, ask them questions. What do they know? And, you know, some people, their family members, the old school ones, the great-grandparents, they'll write memoirs, diaries and stuff. Like I've got my grandmother, she wrote a memoir about her parents that came during the Mexican Revolutionary War, and I've got all their papers from their visa, their you know, everything. And then when they came naturalized in '56, and it's like, it makes me proud. Like, yeah, you know, even during that time, it even says it in her memoir. I'm just reading it right now. Yeah, they had to wait though because they had to wait on their papers in order to come into America to leave the Old World. I'm like, wow. So imagine that back then in the early 1900s, trying to get some kind of paperwork, you know, birth certificate from a place like Mexico during the Mexican Revolution, and people are saying, oh, they can't provide it in 2025 to come in our country legally. No, if my great grandparents could do it back then, obtain paperwork from Mexico proving who they are to come in here illegally because they had respect for this country. Don't give me that BS that, you know, y'all have to do it the illegal way and just sneak in. I don't know.
Amen. Hey, real quick, give me the quick, because that guy on the video, I'm not really addressing him, but I am addressing some things that he did say, and I'm not even going to bring his name up. I don't even care, bro. Anyways, the point is, the word indigenous Mexican. Can you touch on that real quick? Because you had a good train of thought on that. Speak on that.
You know, when he says indigenous Mexican, well, first of all, I think that the indigenous would be offended you calling them a Mexican because they weren't Mexican. At first, they were indigenous. And you got to think before Spain got there, you know, that what is Mexico now? It was Aztec, Mayan, and a few other ones. And they all spoke their own language. They had all their different cultures. And then Spain came in, started colonizing, you know, banging these indigenous tribes, you know, and boom.
Yeah.
The European blood was born, you know, so you got that mixture of indigenous and European, which they called mestizo, and that evolved. And then
that was in Mexico, right?
Yeah, that's what they call it. People that are derived from when the Spaniards came and started, you know, appropriating with the indigenous tribes and stuff. That population, they grew into what Mexico, after they gained independence from Spain, they made it law. Like, yeah, from now on, you're made up of European and indigenous blood, but we're going to be united under Mexico. You're Mexicans, but yeah, you have a different culture from this indigenous tribe, this and that, but we're going to call y'all mestizo because y'all are made up of indigenous and European blood. So that'll be your culture, race, whatever, but we're Mexicans and this is now Mexico. Deal with it. And a lot of indigenous tribes, they didn't want it. They didn't want to speak Spanish. They didn't want to be classified as Mexican. They wanted to hang on to their indigenous roots.
Oh, yeah? In Mexico, correct? That whole area?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mexico, people like to say America's, you know, that they demand that anyone comes over here adopt the white culture. Well, guess what? Mexico did the same thing. If I wanted to immigrate to Mexico right now, the requirements, number one, would be I have to know Spanish. The other one, Oh yeah, that's part of the requirements. In order to become a citizen of Mexico, you have to show that you can speak Spanish. How great is that? You know, all these Mojavas that come over here, Americans, we have to be bilingual in order to accommodate them to make more money. But if I go over there, no, there ain't no incentive for them to be bilingual.
Okay, so Aaron, so let's go back to us here in Texas, because somebody even said they spoke. What did they tell me on my comment? You comment on there, bro. They said Texas, they spoke Spanish before English, and I said, well, that came from Spain. What was the Spain's? What was the influence of Spain in Texas? How did that all work out?
How did Spain influence the language here in Texas amongst the indigenous tribes and stuff?
Well, the same way how you explained about how Spain had its influence or what it did in Mexico. Yes. How did that work in Texas or before Texas was even formed? How did all that work?
Yeah, the same thing. You know, it's just with the within Texas though. You got to think it was more. The indigenous people would be more of the Native Americans, like Apache, Comanche, the stuff like that. The Cheyenne, you know. all those went, because you got to think there's two separate types of indigenous during those times. There are the ones in Mexico, like the Mayans, Aztecs, those kind, which is nowadays Mexico. And they had some Apaches and tribes there too. But in Texas, no, it was the Native Americans, the one that came across the Asian landing bridge, way a long time ago, that, Cherokees, Apache, the Kiowas here in Waco. They had on their own stuff, and yeah, they mixed with the European Spanish blood too, just like with the Mexican indigenous.
Hey, bro, someone said Spain stole the gold and went back. Damn.
Spain stole the gold and went back?
That's what somebody said. Is that true?
Well, I mean, kind of. That's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, but yeah, we're you and me. They just hate that. Yeah, we're no Sabos, but I don't care. Call me whatever you want. You can't call me a Mohawk, though.
Let's go.
I'm a proud American. I'm a proud Texan. Born and raised. I ain't gonna apologize for it. You're in my country. If I go to your country, you're gonna demand respect, and that I respect your culture and y'all's way of life. Yeah, why can't y'all do the same here in our country?
Hey, y'all don't even know. Everybody watching right now on the repeat is my boy Aram right here. This is the homie right here. We stand against this. Like I said, they make videos about us. They try to dox us, bro? They try to dox us, and all for what? Why is everybody mad? Even in the comments, they want us to call all these names. I don't care. Do what you want. But think about it, y'all. We're not telling you to watch us. Yeah. We're sitting here making our content, having our opinion, and people want to come to our platforms, our pages, dox us, make pages, make videos about us that ain't even true. For what? For our opinion, that we're not brainwashed sitting here thinking we have to have allegiance to another country. You just heard what he said. His family, 1800s, to my family, 1800s, all Texas. If I'm a Texan, what allegiance do I have to Mexico? None. I'm a Texan. If you're a Mexican, you claim to be a Mexican, then you're a Mexican. I'm not a Mexican. I'm a Texan. There's a big difference.
Exactly.
Ahead,
and they need to remember that, Mexican is a nationality that is made up of a bunch of different cultures, indigenous, and also around the world too, and made up predominantly as what we know, European coming from Spain. That's it. That's what it is. It's just like here in America. Yeah, we're all Americans, but yeah, we derive from different cultures, races, this and that, but we unite under America. So when they want to say Mexican, no, Mexican's a nationality. It's not a race. Stop getting that confused. But y'all can think however y'all want, but I'm not going to fall for it. I used to believe in that because I didn't know any better. But now, go look at the Mexican Constitution. It says that in order to be called a Mexican, according to the Mexican Constitution, it says you have to be born in Mexico or by a Mexican national, either inside Mexico or if you get born, outside, as long as you have a national parent, then yeah, that makes you Mexican.
So if you're my bad to cut you off, but if you have dual citizenship, which I don't really believe in that, but if you have a dual citizenship, I guess you are considered a Mexican too, then, right?
Yeah. So like my grandma, my mother's mother. Her parents, my great grandparents, they came during the Mexican Revolution War. Came with their papers, everything, and became U.S. citizens. But they would be considered Mexican Americans because, yeah, they were Mexican nationals that migrated here illegally and became Americans. But yeah, they still had Mexican Americans. And then from there, they had my grandma and all her brothers and sisters. They also would be considered, technically, yes, Mexican Americans. But then after that, once my grandma had, my mother and her siblings and stuff, after that, no, they will not be considered Mexican Americans because now they are second, third generation born here. No, now those are just Americans of Mexican Hispanic descent.
Interesting. Okay, and let's be honest though, bro. I really don't even care, bro. I see so many patriotic immigrants that boy. I seen a video I shared on my IG. This Chinese guy said he'll never lift a Chinese flag. He lifts the American flag. You could come here and get your citizenship, bro, and the next day be an American citizen, bro. And bro, you are straight up, Hulk Hogan, Nino America, Aram out there in Waco. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, there's some immigrants, bro, that they become citizens and they grasp onto it, bro, and they appreciate this country. And they will never think about their other country. They won't lift that flag. Oh, yeah. They appreciate this country, bro. We love this country, bro. Yeah. I love America, bro. Oh, yeah.
And you know what? And that's the difference between those, what you just called immigrants, and Mohawks. Mohawks, they ain't got no respect for this country. No, this is, for them, this is still their country. They don't have to assimilate to us. We have to assimilate to them. Like, no, that's not how it works. So yeah, I appreciate real immigrants, and even some of the ones that are here illegally and they do want to become citizens. They got more love than a lot of Americans. But still, you know, like you came here legally. It's not that, yeah, I want you to get deported, but if you do, you know, it's just, sorry, bro, like that's not my problem. That's a you problem. You know, you knew what was up. You know, if you got caught coming here legally, you want me to be outraged and demand that you be able to stay? Like, no, that don't work like that for American citizens. When we break the law, we don't get a pass. Why should you?
Yep, totally agree. All right, Airman Waco, Brad. I love having it on the show, bro. I'll have to have you back on the podcast pretty soon. Final words. Go ahead, Aaron. Let it rip, bro.
Yes. For all those out there, you know, I know y'all like to hate on people like me and Nito, and that's fine, but I'll just say this. I don't want to be disrespectful towards anyone. I actually want to talk to people that, you know, I don't agree with. I want to hear their side, but just know this thing called respect. And when you come correct, you're going to get respect and correct back. When you don't come correct, don't be mad when you're in the troll master's yard locked up in your cage. They don't call me the troll master.
Don't get mad when you get... Don't get mad when you get in a wreck. All right, Aaron from Waco. God bless, brother. Salute my fellow Texan. Let's go.
Oops.
Later, bro. Woo. Next up, y'all. Who's next up? Let's put them off in here. All right. Let's continue. Y'all hit that button. Get on here. Man, have some good videos, boys. All going on the YT and the FB. Y'all let me know. You're on Nino Radio. What's up?
Yeah, how's it going?
Yellow. What's up, man?
How's it going?
Pretty good. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. I just came up because I saw one of your videos that you stated that you're not Mexican, you're American. And you know what? I got to agree with you. Bro, I got to agree with you because if you were born in America, you're American. If you were born in Mexico, you're Mexican, and then you became a naturalized American. And that's what I am. I see a lot of people get hate like you.
So go ahead.
I see a lot of people get hate like you. Trust me, bro, I get a lot of hate. I was born in Mexico. I became an American. Then after I became an American, I went into the army. And people don't want to see the truth. I voted for Trump because I wanted to see a difference. Just like he gets a lot of hate. Nobody wants to see what he's going to do before they judge him or anything. Everybody judges ahead of time. Just like Biden. Biden didn't say nothing. Obama didn't say nothing. But we saw what they did with the time they were in the office. Now is the time that we can go ahead and judge them. And this guy, he hasn't had enough time to find out if he's going to do right or wrong towards the, towards the people or not. And
okay,
people,
so let me go ahead.
I was just going to say, people are, no matter what, people are going to hate. People are going to say, oh, you just want to be part of the white people. No, I know my culture. I know where I came from. And I know my family brought me here for a better life. Because in Mexico, it's not good.
So someone right here, Junior J, says bootlickers. He's calling us bootlickers. What do you think about when people call people like you a bootlicker?
I see it as just words, bro. I grew up in an era where words are just words. What was that saying that I grew up in?
Sticks and stones will break my bones. Words will never hurt me.
But words will never hurt me. That's where I grew up. In. So as long as they don't mess with me and don't do with me nothing, words are nothing. Believe me, I've been called the worst. And it don't really bother me because words are just words.
And let me ask you, what's the most blowback and insults you've gotten from what people have given you the worst insults and given the most blowback?
To tell you the truth, it's been mainly more Chicanos and people that are born in America, the people that are second generation of Mexicans, and people that actually want to be Mexicans but are not really. They're just part of the culture because they have the culture in them because, you know, that's where their parents from. But they're the worst ones because real paisas, that's what they are, paisas, people that come from Mexico, they're not like that. People that are white people are not like that. You know, we mainly get it more from people that are born here in the United States that are Chicanos, you know, all of that. Those are the only ones that treat you like crap for the most part, you know?
It'd be your own people.
Pretty much, if you want to come down to it, it's more like one of those things, a crab in the bucket. Instead of helping each other
Yup.
up and trying to see what's up, no, they don't do that. They see you there, you're in a bucket, so they try to pull you back down. And if you
Okay,
don't
so
follow their direction, that's why they act that way.
Okay, so let me ask you. So you said you got your paperwork, Mexican national. Now you're an American. So when people say they were born here, when they say that they are Mexicans, but they were born in America, and then I say that people born in Mexico are Mexicans, right? I say that. And anyways, what are your thoughts on people that claim that they're Mexicans when they were born in America? Is that accurate? Them saying that?
They're American. Believe me, if those people go to Mexico and they say they were born in here in America, they get treated like crap, you know? And all this derelict and everything that they're saying about ICE and stuff, every country has their own system of ICE. You know what I mean? Every country does it, you know? I'm a Mexican, naturalized American, but the people that are born here, they're all American. And since they have it better, they have it a lot better, and they haven't seen the world, how it really revolves and how it really works. That's why they got that privilege and that authority to act the way they do.
An entitlement.
Yep, that's what it is.
So let me ask you this: whenever you see them, why do you think they act like that? Why do you think that they lash out? And you know, I even had them on my videos. They said they'll even back up Mexico if it came down to a situation with the U.S. and Mexico. Why do you think they have that deep? I don't know if I want to say hatred, but they have that deep, you know, feeling just against this country, against white people. You know, why do you think that that's in them, bro, to be like that?
Because they don't see the truth and they got privilege. That's why they got American privilege. You know, the people that came from Mexico over here to America to make a better life for themselves, they know the truth. They know the risks they're taking to come over here, no matter what. And all these people that are on here and you know, hate and say, oh, you got a nopal in your frente and all that. I know where I came from. Just because I'm a free thinker doesn't mean that I have to fall into what everybody does and everybody says. You know, nobody wants a free thinker. Nobody wants a person that could think. Because if you think and you make up your own mind without following the crowd, they don't like that. And that goes for everything.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I mean, look at me, not to toot my own horn, but they hate on me. They make videos. All my comments are negative. But if you start noticing, people are starting to come around, be like, man, they agree with what I say. My numbers keep going up. So people are starting to see, or I am speaking for a certain amount of people that are out there that know this, that feel this, that get attacked by these same people that want you to be here with this sheep mindset of just, you know, like a parrot or just following one direction only, bro. Whenever I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to be fake to. I'm not going to be fake to myself and say, "Oh, Mexican pride, Mexican power." I was born, you know, God, you know, I'm a Mexican and all this stuff. I was born here. I don't have no allegiance to no other country because I was born in my country, and there ain't nothing wrong with us being proud that we were born here as Texans, Americans, and we don't have to sit here and be having allegiance to Mexico or any other country, especially if we ain't born there. Or my parents weren't born there. My grandparents were born there. Why should I have any allegiance to another country, bro? It makes no sense.
You're American. If you were born here, you're American, you know? And if you go to Mexico and you try to fly that American flag, they don't like it. You get treated like crap. You go to any other country and you do that, you get treated like crap. You know what I mean? So you're American, and everybody else that says, oh, I'm a Mexican, even though they were born in America, you know, they're just lying to themselves and they're seeing themselves to fail. Because, yeah, they have Mexican culture and Mexican heritage, but in all reality, they're American, you know, and what they're going to do is they're going to hate. They're going to call you a no sabo kid. They're going to say all kinds of stuff, and that's just hate. You know, I was taught by my parents, hey, don't hate on nobody. If you don't like something that somebody else says, walk away. Don't listen to it. But this generation is all about supposedly emotion and hate and all of that. You know that I mean, like I said, I was brought up in a different thing, different place. I was born in Mexico. I saw how Mexico was really bad. I saw how it is bad, you know, the cartels and everything. And people may say I'm lying, but if that's how they think, then they need to go to Mexico. They
They
need
don't
to go
know.
to
Yeah.
Mexico and see how it is.
Okay, let me ask you one more question. They call me when they say like nopal. Can you give the definition real quick? What does it mean when they call someone like me nopal or cara de nopal, which I call myself King Nopal, but when they call me nopal or whatever, what are they trying to say? What does that mean?
So when they tell you that you have el nopal en la frente, that means that you have the cactus on your forehead. And the reason that goes back to it is because when Mexico found, you know, basically the indigenous people found Mexico, the eagle fell on the cactus, and that was assigned to be there. So basically, the nopal, which is the cactus, represents a lot of Mexicans, us. And knowing the nopal and stuff like that, when you see somebody, you know, you tell them, oh, you don't speak Spanish? ¿Tienes un nopal en la frente, güey, o qué? So that just basically saying, oh, you don't speak Spanish, you have a cactus on your forehead and you don't speak Spanish. But that's not your fault, you know? If your parents didn't know Spanish, they could have never taught it to you. You were born in America, and that's all you know is English.
Or, bro, think about it. If you're born in America or born in Texas and you don't have any lineage really to Mexico going far back like me to the 1800s, that's kind of inaccurate. Them calling me someone like me an opal. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of messed up. That's a real derogatory term the way you put it like that, which I already knew what it meant. But that's pretty messed up that they could just they talk about they don't want to be profiled themselves, right?
Yeah.
But they profile someone like me and they automatically say that even though I don't have no allegiance or ties to Mexico whatsoever. That's crazy.
And all these people that say, oh, remember all that when you guys get deported to Mexico? The difference between me and you, I have family in Mexico, you know, and I know where to go. I have people there to go and everything. Maybe you don't have family there and you're going to have more problems there than me, you know, because in Mexico, whether all these people want to tell the truth or not, in Mexico, there's a lot of criminals and they come after Americans like you. Hold you hostage and everything.
But to be honest, bro, I ain't even worried about it because you know, I'm a legal citizen. I was born here. All my family, you know, ICE don't scare me, bro. They're so afraid of ICE. I ain't afraid of ICE for nothing because I'm a U.S. citizen. I ain't tripping. Anyways, thank you, bro, for coming on here. I'm gonna put this on other platforms. Final words, whatever you want to say to the people watching now, go ahead, bro. The floor is yours.
I just want to say people need to start seeing the truth for what it is, and we need to start speaking out for the truth, about the truth. You know, it's not a bad thing to be American. It's not a bad thing to be a Mexican, African American, wherever you come from. You know, when you start lying to yourself and start criticizing other people, then you're falling into that same square that you want every other people that you judge about. You're doing the same thing and even worse.
Yeah, you are. You are right, bro. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You're being a hypocrite straight up.
Yeah. So the best thing to do is instead of criticizing and doing things like that, we should all just start talking and hey, let's get together. We want to change the government. Let's all get together and change the government. Why do we have to choose? That's the problem. People make you choose. You're either American or Mexican or this or that. Why does it have to be a choice? Why can't nobody just think freely and have choices and everybody respect everybody for the choices that they make? You know, whether you like it or not, at the end of the day, we can agree to disagree.
True. All right, man. God bless you. I appreciate you jumping on the live real quick. Have a good night, bro. Thank you.
Hey, you too, bro, and I'm gonna follow you.
All right, God bless.
All right, you too, bye.
Baby sauce, y'all. Baby sauce. Let's continue. Man, there's some good calls tonight, y'all. I'm gonna put this on my YT and FB. It's crazy. Usually I get a bunch of blowback tonight. It ain't like that. People are waking up. You know, your boy blowing up on TikTok and people think like I do. You're on Nino Radio. What's up?
What's up, Nino?
What up, man?
So, I can't say what I really feel. I look at your channel every day. I don't follow you because I don't agree with most of the stuff you say, but I got to be respectful because at the end of the day, you're still a human being.
Okay.
So, I was raised here in the United States, and I grew up in Mexico. in Chihuahua to be exact. And my question to you is just like, I agree with some of the stuff that you say, but there's also a lot of lines that I feel like you cross, and you have that right because you always say, like, you know, I live in the United States. I have the freedom of speech. I can say what I want when I want. You don't like it, get off my page, go on to the next one. And I agree with you on that. But like some of the questions that I have is like, I feel like you hate Mexicans for all the wrong reasons, and you say that you were born here. Some of your families were born here, but my question is like, why is it that because like I said, I gotta be respectful because at the end of the day, we're humans and we have to have respect for each other.
I appreciate
no matter
that.
what.
Okay.
You know, so like, why is it that is it like, do you dislike all Mexicans, or is it just like the ones that come over here and like fuck up? Because I agree with you on that part, being raised in Mexico. Like, there is a lot of Mexicans that come over here and make other good Mexicans look bad. But like, why is it that you have so much hatred towards like Mexicans?
Bro, where did you see that I have so much H word towards Mexicans, bro? Like, my videos don't even talk about them. Y'all the ones. Hold on, y'all the ones that put that on my plate, bro. I just say deport all illegals. I just talked to the last guy, bro, on this video, and I said, bro, it ain't even the Mexicans really. In my town, we've been flooded with everybody, and their mama has come to my town. I don't even think about Mexicans.
Yeah.
You and others, you hear the word illegal, bro, and you automatically think I'm talking about raza. I ain't even talking about them. Hey, if they're part of it, cool. But that's not who I'm focusing on. I'm focusing. This is the point. Anyone here illegally, they gotta go. That's just my stance, bro. So you feel a certain way because you think I'm talking about your people when I'm talking about all people that are here illegally. It's the law. You come into my country, be a good guest. I mean, I think you would agree with that. If someone comes to your house, you want to shake their hand, introduce yourself. You want to see, before you let them in your house. You wouldn't respect someone coming in your back window at 3 a.m. You know what I mean? And our country's the same way. And I'm gonna be honest. That's what makes me upset about these illegals. They're entitled. Y'all say they come here to work. I don't believe that. We don't know what they come for, to be honest. Yeah, they come for money, but they're entitled. They come here. They act like we owe them something. They get on government assistance. They send their money back to other countries untaxed. I see them at the line at Walmart. They commit crimes. Lakin Riley, etc. That young girl. There's many times they've hurt people, bro. So we got enough scumbags in America as it is. But to
I agree with you.
Hold on. But to have people coming from other countries that we don't know where they came from, we don't know what crimes they've committed to come here to my country. Yeah, I have a big problem with that, bro. And that's what I don't like. But I'm gonna be honest. Really, what I don't like besides that is just the mindset that they have and people that support them. I don't know if it's you, but people that support these people, they have that mindset to just let them in. Don't like someone like me that's standing on my business for my country. That's really the issue. The mindset that people have in regards to all this. It is the illegals to a certain extent, but it's also the mindset people have that, hey, just let them come. This is stolen land. They make all these excuses for these illegal aliens to come and commit crimes and just not, I mean, I guess it's a free-for-all. It ain't a free-for-all. I'm a Christian, and the Bible has law and order, and it says in the Bible that we must abide by the laws of the land that we live in, and we live in the U.S., and it's federal law. It's law that you can't just come here illegally and expect to stay forever, and then if you get deported, that's part of enforcing the law. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'll just say, because like you say, you're a Christian, and we're talking like man to man, and I respect that, just like I'm a Santa Muerte devotee, but my question, and I didn't want to bash you, I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to respect you or like cross that line with you. At the end of the day, everybody should understand that at the end of the day, we're humans. We still got to respect each other.
I understand, but hold on. Let me ask you about that. So that Santa Muerte you do, that stuff's real prevalent in Mexico. Am I correct? That's where it kind of originated. Am I right?
It is correct.
Okay. Let me ask you another thing. Do you believe that America is a Christian nation?
Most of it.
Okay, no, hold on. Was it founded off Christian principles and morality?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay. So I'm a Christian. Do you see why really someone like you or if an illegal practices that religion that goes against my country's religion, you see how that could be another issue that I have with people that do that? And I ain't trying to disrespect nobody. I'm just saying,
you're good. We're talking.
I'm just saying this is a Christian nation, and then y'all bring in foreign religions here. You catch my drift?
No, yeah, I understand that. But, it's like I tell my family, because my son follows you, and that's how I found out about you.
Okay.
Because my son believes in God. Like he believes in God. He goes to church. I don't go to church.
What do you believe in? Hold on. What do you believe in? Who's your God?
I believe in La Santa Muerte.
Is that a God? What is that?
Santa Muerte is something spiritual. But before you can believe in La Santa Muerte, you have to believe in God. Because like I tell people, you can't believe in something that is not there if you don't believe in God. But
let me ask you: is it accurate that you turning your back on God?
It is, but like I tell my
Well,
kids,
I'm glad you're honest. Hey,
yeah,
go ahead, bro.
like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Okay,
And I know
keep
where
it
you're
100.
coming from.
Okay.
You know, so like I tell people, like my son asked me, he goes, "Hey, Dad, you know, because he's my step kid, and he goes, "Hey, Dad, can I ask you a question?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you not afraid to go to hell?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Everybody's scared to go to hell. Then there's not one
Yup.
human being in this world that can't sit there and say, I'm gonna be happy to go to hell because it's all torment." You know, because don't get me wrong. What I used to go to church just to try to find out like what was God
Yeah.
about, what everything,
Okay.
you know, and I learned a lot, you know. But like I tell people, I worship the Santa Muerte because to me, like it's the only thing that's guaranteed. Yes, salvation is guaranteed, and I may sound like a hypocrite, like talking like this, and I apologize, but like, you know, I tell my kid, I said, but I done lived that crap. I done seen a lot of crap in my life. So I've always been a Santa Muerte devotee, and I will always be a Santa Muerte devotee. I said, but like a man to accept when he's wrong, if I'm wrong when I die, I know that I'm gonna have to answer for everything I did in this world. Everything I did. There's not one thing that's gonna go miss. Why? Because even Bible talks about it. Even the Santa Muerte Bible talks about it. You
Whoa.
know, you will have to answer for all that. But my question before we get to off another topic is like, you know, I just wanted to get, you know, because like I said, my son told me, you know, hey, I follow this guy and blah blah blah. Like, what do you think? I came to your video and I'm like, man, this dude like bashing Mexican, bashing illegals, but you made it clear, and I appreciate that. But you know, I just wanted you to know, like, not all Mexicans are bad, and I know where you're coming from, because I don't care how many people get mad. I'm like you. We speak what we say, and if we could back it up, then why get mad for it? You know what I'm
Yup.
saying? So, like, I tell people, okay, you know, like I tell my son, okay, he has every right to say what he's saying, but I took it personal because I thought you were attacking everybody from Mexico, but I also agree with you, like, you know, when there is Mexicans that do come over here and they do F up and they do make mistakes and they do commit crimes. I agree with you like that. But, you know, there are also some Mexicans that come over here illegal, because like I tell people, until you lived in Mexico, you will never understand how bad it is. And sometimes, you know, like like the people from the United States, you know, when things start going wrong and you know, y'all turn to God and y'all look for peace in God because y'all want everything to be good, right? So the same thing goes in Mexico. You know, there's a lot of Mexicans that we don't cross the border because we're like, oh, let's go to the United States and let's mess everything up for them and let's start a war. No, sometimes we have to run somewhere where we feel safe. And what better than to feel safe here in the United States?
Okay.
And there's a lot of Mexicans that do cross the border and they come here like to earn the money the right way. Maybe they, like you say, they don't have papers and they do this, they're doing this, they're not paying taxes. A lot of Mexicans come and they take advantage of the government, get food stamps and this and this and that. But like I just took it personally because I thought you were attacking all Mexicans when you were talking illegals.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, if the shoe fits, wear it. I'm talking about the people that I'm talking about. Like I said, I'm talking about all people, and I ain't just trying to. I'm not trying to even bash a single group, bro. I'm just saying, if you're here illegally, this is my blanket statement. I made videos about this. If you're here illegally, you gotta go. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what color you got. Blue eyes, brown eyes, purple eyes. I don't care where you're from. If you're here, that's just my stance. I think I'm actually more fair in my stance because I'm saying, hey, if you're here illegally, there it is. And I understand you get offended by it, but let's be honest, bro. If someone like me, right, that loves my country, I don't have no ties to no other country. I pay my taxes here. I raised my family here. I built my whole life here. I have many generations that are born here. Do you really blame me for having my hardcore stance on something like this that's very near and dear to my heart, where it affects my family, affects the safety, affects the work? Do you blame me for having such a hardcore stance, or do you think that we should have a more lenient stance on illegal aliens?
No.
No what?
I'm sorry, you cut out because you cut out. Can you say it again, please?
I'm saying someone like me that has my hard stance with me being born here, and I've lived here all my life, and I care about my country. My stance is so hardcore, you know, just deport them all. Do you think that someone like me should be blamed for having that kind of stance, or should we have a more lenient stance?
No, I think you're right because you have your opinion. You know what I mean? Like I gotta respect because everybody has a right to have their opinion. So,
hold on. So what do you want to do with illegal aliens?
Me, I wish every illegal alien was available to come to the United States, you know, and do everything the right way. You know, because not all of us are bad. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just thought that every time that you were talking about illegals, I'm like, man, why is this guy like bashing on Mexicans like so damn bad? Like, you know, we're not all bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, because my father came, I say about 1983 when my dad crossed the border illegally. You know, and my dad came over here He fixed his papers over here. He did everything right. He worked for a company for almost 35 years till he got hurt. And then when he got hurt, the company he was working for him, they called Border Patrol on him, and they picked up an old case, a small drug case on my dad, and they deported my dad. They stripped him from his citizenship, they everything. And when we were to go to court in El Paso with the Border Patrol, like we paid thousands of dollars to say, hey man, like that was a small charge. Like they charged them with the possession, but they charge it. I don't know how the drug charge work because I've never been locked up for stuff like that, right? But like, so they were like, hey, it's a small charge. Like, you know, there's bigger things to worry about that small drug charge. And they stripped it from his citizenship. They like told him everything, and then when they signed the papers, they told him, "Oh, you need to sign this paper because we're gonna deport you." You know what I mean? So like, that's the only question I had towards you. Like, not all Mexicans are bad. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I may not make sense, but like to me, I just feel like, you know, damn man, like you bash a lot of Mexicans, but you made yourself your clear point as well to say, hey, dude, it's not all Mexicans, it's other illegals, you know, Iraqis, you know, Hondureños, you know, Cubans. I understand where you're coming from, so I took it personal, like,
I got you.
To sit there and say, like, hey, man, why this dude like just bashing all illegals, and I appreciate that, you know, because like, you know, like I said, I really want to say other stuff, but I gotta have respect for you. Cause at the end of the day, bro, anybody could get mad. Everybody could say, "Oh, this guy's a clown" or whatever. At the end of the day, we're all human. At the end of the day, we all have to respect each other. But that's all I wanted to ask. Is like, why you bashing Mexicans so bad, bro?
All right, well, I appreciate it, bro. I'm glad you jumped on here, bro. I'm glad you kept it respectful. And I ain't tripping. We can go back and forth. We can do however you want. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad you kept it respectful. I can converse with fellow men that don't have the same thought processes. But I'll just say this, bro. I do hope that one day you return to the true faith. I do hope that you put your faith in Christ, what he did for you, bro. I would hate for you to no longer be here and end up somewhere else. I'll leave it at that. But I would just, plead to you that Christ loves the backslider, you know, the prodigal son. Man, pray to God at night, ask him to show you his son, and I believe he will show you his son. And with that, bro, I appreciate you jumping on here. God bless.
All right. Thank you, Nino, for your time, bro.
All right. Later. Up though, we up chilling, y'all. Everybody, shout out everybody on the chat. Got 182 on the live, y'all. That's nice. That's real nice. Had a long day today. Y'all, Nino Radio, what's up?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Pretty good. What's up?
How do Spanish, bro?
It's all right.
Yeah. Okay, so I have an opinion.
Go ahead.
And what you're saying about, you know, deport everybody is illegal. I get that.
Yup.
But you know what I don't care, bro, is all the real Americans, they're supposed to be, through their eyes, they're supposed to be white, blue eyes, and bro, you're like us. You look
bro, what does it matter what I look like, bro? I don't give a flip how I look. I don't care how, bro. Bro, who cares how I look? Bro, look at the golden diamonds on my neck. My driver license got my Texas license. I'm a hazmat driver. I don't care how I look, bro. Who cares how I look?
You don't get what I'm trying to say, bro. What I'm trying to say is
you don't like how I look, and you think that someone like me should be defending, I guess, your people. But go ahead, make your point. My bad. Go ahead.
No. I mean, I get what you say. Like, I was an immigrant at one point. I'm a U.S. citizen now.
Okay.
I get that, you know. I went through my process. I did everything right. I got my citizenship. You know what I'm saying? But you see, what you understand is, I understand. I got my kids that were born here. They're Americans. They grew up here. But what you don't get is they don't see that. They don't see you.
Who's
as
they?
being American.
Who's they? Hold on. Who's they?
Well, what? I mean, what you tell your president? Because you're voting for
my president.
Trump.
What, bro? Are you Trump? Are you white?
Oh, hell no.
So how do you know? How do you know how they look at me? How do you know what they think? No, I'm for real. How do you know? How do you know how they think? Just be honest. How do you know? You don't know.
Bro, you know what's going on in the streets, picking up people because of the way they
Good.
Well,
No, it ain't how they look, bro.
What happened?
No,
They go and they
the
pick you
ice.
up. Because
Bro,
you're
ICE,
Mexican, bro.
ICE knows what they're doing. They ain't just
Trust me.
picking up random people.
No,
The
they're picking
federal,
up
the
random
federal
people
agents are
because
not
the way
dumb,
they
bro.
look.
Bro, you know what? You're spreading fear, and that's not
No, it's
right,
not
bro.
fear.
That's
It's
not what
what,
they're doing.
bro,
If
that's
you're
not fear.
if you're
That's
here
what is
illegally,
happening right now.
whatever,
What's
bro. That's
happening right now? It's not fear.
show me
We
the proof.
understand. We understand
Show me
what's
the
going
proof.
on.
Show me the proof. That's what's happening. That's not what's happening, bro.
Bro, it
That
happened
ain't
all
not what
over
happening.
LA.
I don't
all over
care,
LA.
bro. That's not what, bro. The federal agents ain't dumb. ICE ain't dumb. They know what they're doing, and I trust they know what they're doing, bro. For you to sit there and say that they're just picking up people based on how they look, that's crazy, bro. Crazy work.
Yeah, I mean, that's happening all over the place, bro.
I don't believe
No,
it.
here in LA, I don't know where you're at, but here in LA, it's
I agree
happening
to
all the time.
I disagree with you. I disagree. I don't think that's happening. I don't think there's any facts to prove that. I don't think they're picking up just people based on their looks. They know who to go get. They know who to target, and they know who to pick up and deport, bro. It's very simple. They have a list. They have a list, bro. They have a list of criminals.
Color of your skin, bro. How you know if
What
you see
the-
someone in the street? How you know it's legal or not? How you know that,
Bro, they have an actual list. They know where to go get these people at, bro.
bro? They're picking up people from the streets. There's actually people from the streets.
And so what? Who cares?
I mean, who cares? What happened to you or one of your family members?
It ain't gonna happen.
Because the
But
way
we ain't
you
worried
look,
about
the
it.
way
We
you
ain't
look.
worried about it. You know what? If it does, we will sue the government. If
Yeah,
they,
I got that.
hold on. Well, look. Well, if they pick me or my family up, and of course we're legal, I will sue them. I will sue them, and I have the right to sue them for doing that. But it ain't gonna happen, bro.
No, you know what?
You're like putting like you're like trying to curse me. You're like trying to put some kind of weird thought in my head.
no,
What if they pick you up, man?
You
I ain't
know-
worried if they pick me up because I ain't illegal.
No, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
The way they're doing is they're picking people up by the way they look, not because they don't know who has paper and who doesn't
What
have
are you,
paper.
bro?
They don't know that, bro.
Bro, I don't believe none. I don't believe
Oh,
none of
trust
that,
me,
bro.
bro.
I don't believe that. I don't
I
believe
don't
that,
know,
bro.
I don't know.
Show me one case where they pick somebody up, do how they look, do
Oh,
how
bro,
they look.
you see it all the time in the news.
I don't believe it.
You
I
see it
don't
all the
believe
time
it.
in the news. They have it all the time in the news. They have it all the time. So
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
The way I see it, bro. I mean, I understand. Like I say, I'm Mexican, bro, but I'm a white Mexican. I have.
You're a
blue
white
eyes, you know. I'm
Oh, so
white, you know?
so let me ask you. So if they saw you, they wouldn't approach you.
Oh no, they will approach me too. They will approach me. Trust me.
But you're legal.
I'm legal though. Yeah, I am legal. But they don't
Okay.
care about that. They just snatching people on the street. They don't care
It's
about
crazy.
that, bro.
This crazy.
They're not putting fair. You know what? It's anti-constitutional what they're doing right now, bro.
I don't believe it. No, bro.
Everybody has a right.
What
to
due
go
process?
apply.
Hold on. If an illegal alien came here illegally, where's the due process they gave us? They didn't give us no due process. They just came over here and barged in and crossed that border, didn't they? Where's the due process that we deserve? Why didn't they come in the right way? If they're such good people, why didn't they go and come in here correctly, the legal way? If they're such good people.
Okay, I know. I get what you're saying. Okay, I know it's a process to come here legally. I get that. Okay, not everybody has the same opportunities.
But that ain't my problem. Hey, if that's not my problem,
understand.
though, that ain't my
understand.
problem.
You know, let me tell you
They
something,
should have
bro.
waited. Hold on, they should have waited in their country of origin before breaking the law and coming into my country illegally. Do you agree with that?
Bro, this is a country of illegals, bro.
Bro, don't give me, bro. Don't give me that. That's a lie. This land
Everybody's
was made by
illegal here, bro.
settlers. The settlers came. They built this land. The white man built this land, and that's who built this land, bro. Not illegal immigrants.
They stole the land from
The illegal
Indians, bro.
immigrant. What just
They stole
what?
the land from the Indians.
Oh my
The
goodness.
Native Americans. Who was American? The Native Americans.
Bro, you have a victim. So, bro, so you're. So let me ask you a question. If
Do you
something
know
happens,
history, bro?
oh, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. If tomorrow we went to Guerra with Mexico, and you had to pick between Mexico and the United States to be on what side would you stand with?
Bro, I live in America. I live in the U.S.
Well,
bro.
I'm not asking that. What side would you stand with?
I won't stand any ground. I will stay neutral.
Oh, so you'll stand on which ground?
I will stay neutral. I will stay neutral.
You'll stay neutral.
Yeah.
Bro, how entitled are you, bro? You would, well, that's your opinion, I guess. That's your stance. But you said that you will stay neutral. You wouldn't stand for America whatsoever if it was between America and Mexico. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy work. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't you think that's crazy? Did you think like that? I mean, you can think how you want, but don't you think that's kind of wild?
bro, let me tell you something, bro. This is a free country. And everyone has
I agree. It is a free country. But man, bro.
It was a free country, and you had the opinion to express anything you want to say. into, I don't know if they changed that or not, but everyone has its own opinion. I get yours. I understand yours. I mean, I get it.
So hold on. Well, let me ask you a question. So people are saying that they think that you're probably illegal, but so you say you got your citizenship here, correct?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay, so didn't when you get your citizenship, don't they tell you on there that you have to denounce any other country and you have to pledge allegiance to America? Don't it tell you that in your paperwork?
Yes, I did.
So you lied? You lied on the paperwork?
No, I'm not lying.
You didn't lie on the paperwork, yet you're saying right now that you would not stand for America. You will stay neutral.
I mean, I stay neutral, but I'll stand for this country because I live here. You know, I stay from this country because this country gave me so much, and I love this country. You know what I'm saying? But,
Do you have any allegiance to Mexico at all?
oh yeah, I do.
Didn't it tell you in the paperwork when you become a citizen that you need to denounce any other country? You need to have your allegiance to the United States. Didn't it say that, bro?
Yes, and I'm
Then how can you have allegiance to another country?
I'm loyal to this country. I'm loyal to this country. I've always been loyal to this country. I've been loyal to this country. That means I'm not gonna accept what's happening right now. Doesn't mean me becoming a U.S. I'm not gonna accept what's going on. All this stuff is going on. I mean,
what country do you love more, America or Mexico? Be honest.
America, bro, because I grew up here.
Okay.
Of course.
All right, bro.
But that doesn't mean I'm gonna be in favor of what's happening right now.
But I just think it's crazy, bro, that you're a legal citizen and you went through the paperwork, you put your hand in the air, right? You said you pledge allegiance to America, yet you're saying that you would stay neutral between America and Mexico. That's just crazy to me. But final words, go ahead, bro. What do you want to say? Final words.
So, well, I mean, I know you probably have different descendants. I don't know what generation are you. At one point, some of your parents came illegally here.
No,
right?
they didn't. No, they didn't.
Oh, no, so how many generations
I traced my family to the 1800s in Texas, bro. I don't have no allegiance or no lineage to Mexico whatsoever.
Really? So
Yes.
nobody came.
Nope.
Maybe when
I just did the research back to the 1800s, bro. Way
So
far back.
then
What does it
back
matter?
then-
But what does it matter? What if it matter if my grandma or grandpa were born over there? What is it? Who cares? I don't care about
What I'm
that.
trying to get to a point is,
Go
at
ahead.
one point somebody came, or maybe at that time, 1800s, it was maybe Mexico here, and then become the U.S. or something, a few generations. But you mean you don't have any friends, bro, or family? They're illegal?
No,
like that?
no, I don't. I don't
You
know.
have no friends.
No,
I mean,
I
bro,
don't.
You don't take it with your friends in a carne asada, drinking some beers, while homie for work.
No.
You don't take it with nobody like that?
Bro, I'm a Christian,
hang out
bro.
with nobody illegal, bro?
Bro, I hang with my wife and my kids, bro. I do not hang with illegal aliens, bro. That's not how it works.
Really, bro?
No, I'm in Texas, bro.
You don't have
You're in
any
Cali.
friends
Hold
at
on.
work? They're
No,
illegal or
bro.
nothing?
I'm a hazmat truck driver. You can't be an illegal driving a hazmat vehicle, bro. You live in Cali. Listen, you live in
hang out
Cali.
with any-
You live in Cali. I live in Tejas. It's a difference, bro.
Okay, so Texas is different. Oh, okay, I got you.
Big time, bro. Big time. But anyways, all right. Well, thank you for jumping on here, bro. Hope you have a
All
good
right,
night.
bro, bro.
All right,
Thank you for
later.
your opinion, bro. I got
Okay.
you.
All right, have a good night.
All right, good night. Ya estuvo. Déjame le cuelgo.
Damn, man, I got about 20 requests over here, y'all. This is crazy. Oh, boy, straight. Woo, let's go. We got 220 on the live. Let's go. You're on Nino Radio. What's up? Hello. You're on Nino Radio. What's up? Hello. 1, 2, 3. Hello. You're out of here, Holmes. Hey, thank you, Heavy Rocker. Got my moderators working overtime tonight. Thank you. Christy's on the plane right now, so she can't help. Thank you to my moderators. I need some more moderators. Message me if you like the content. Let me know. We will mod you up. We got a crew. I'm on all platforms. Nino America, baby. America first. Christ is Lord. America first. You're on Nino Radio. What's up?
Yes, sir. What's up?
What up, man?
What's happening? What's happening?
Chilling, big and back. What up?
Hey, you're good, bro. I'm
Heck yeah.
agreeing
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Okay.
I'm agreeing with everything you got going on, man.
Okay.
I don't know what's up with all these fucking haters on here, man. That shit is crazy, bro. Shit is crazy what people think and how they feel. I don't know, man. I don't get it. I see the comment section blowing up.
Crazy, bro.
I don't get it.
Bro.
My dad's from Mexico.
Go ahead.
And man, he passed away dying hard for what we live for, and he taught me every day how to be a blue collar, bro.
Yup.
That's what
you-
he taught me, man. And I just don't get what all these people are hating on and what like how they're
Bro.
just living life right now.
Bro, it's crazy, and they've already made many videos about me. They try to dox me. They put my picture and my address on the internet, all kinds of stuff, bro. Like they act like I'm over here, preaching some kind of crazy stuff. It's just my opinion, and they've gone to so far extents to shut me up, bro, or to do whatever. But I've been on the internet for a long time already at this point, bro. I ain't tripping. My brand just keeps growing. This is just my opinion. This is my stance. And think about it, bro. It's pretty simple. I have no allegiance to no other country because I was born here. Why should I have allegiance to Mexico or any other country, bro? It don't make no sense. How am I the traitor? Think about it. I only care about my wife and my kids. That's what I preach, bro, to take care of your family, take care of your kids, work hard. I mean, they like I'm out here like, pushing poison or talking about bad things. I'm just saying to love the country that gave you everything, the United States of America, baby, and they don't like it. Go ahead.
Man, hold up. Hold up. Hey, preach your shit, man, because I'm gonna tell you like this, man. If they're struggling and striving to get out here, to come out here and live in America, then what the fuck? Why are y'all mad at somebody that's standing behind the ground of America? It makes no fucking sense. You want to do everything to be out here in America, but you want to bitch and complain about what the fuck's going on. See, when Biden was running shit and doing what he was doing, letting all these illegals. See, you're not when you speak on illegals, they're just talking shit to you on illegals, like they think you just bashing Mexicans. Man, illegals are coming in from all over the fucking
everywhere, bro.
If nobody's opening their fucking eyes to see that the American man, look at all these people making videos from fucking India, fucking Chinese. All these motherfuckers are rolling in from all over the goddamn place, all over the fucking world, and they're only worried about what the fuck people are saying about Mexicans. Man, I'm a Mexican to the motherfucking bone, and I get you what you saying. You're American. I'm American too, bro. I was born in America, but my dad's from Mexico, and I love my Mexican people. I do got illegals and my family, and I know, but I tell them and I preach it every time, man. Get your fucking paperwork like my dad did. My dad worked hard to get his motherfucking paperwork, and he did it, and he fucking died with that motherfucking paperwork on his back. You know, man, what I'm
salute
saying?
your dad,
And
bro. Salute your dad, bro.
These motherfuckers out here just running their fucking mouth. They're just talking shit. They want clout. They want all this bullshit. And I commented on a few of your shit just saying, man, why are 80% of y'all motherfuckers on here talking shit, but don't really back y'all's motherfucking mouth up, bro? Like, really, it's weird as fuck. It's weird as fuck, man. And I think they're just looking for somebody to bash right now because I just came from Cali, bro. My family's from Cali. And I came from there. So all these people jumping out here talking about, man, you don't see what's going on in Cali. Bro, all these motherfuckers are flowing in from Tijuana, from Mexicali, from all over around that motherfucker, bro. And Trump is trying to change that shit, and these motherfuckers are hating on the shit. They're putting shit on him. I mean, they're not even like really. They're watching the news, bro. They're watching CNN. That's what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, I agree. And look how Trump went and raided MacArthur Park, bro. What do you know about MacArthur Park? I heard it's bad over there. Well, I heard it's bad. You can't even take your kids in the daytime to that park, bro. And Trump raided it and cleaned it up. And they're mad at him about that, bro. We got a new president. We voted for this. We want our borders to be protected. And it's already been, I think, the third month that there has been nobody sent back or the border's been so close, so tight in Mexico, the southern border, that it's down to zero, bro. Zero crossings or something like that on the border. Trump's doing a good job, and I appreciate him. Anyways, all right, final words, bro. What do you want to say? Go ahead.
Hey, final words, man. Just everybody just needs to look up and look around what's going on in their world and stop looking outside the shit, man. If they want to work and make a good living, fucking do your shit, get your paperwork, do what you got to do, man. Stop worried about everybody else and what they're fucking thinking and doing, man. Get your shit together with you and your family and represent like how the fuck we're doing.
Yep. All right. God bless you, bro. Thank you. Salute. Hey, that's the homie right there, y'all. Y'all follow what's homeboy's name? Thomas, y'all. Salute Thomas. Let's continue, but we got a lot of people lined up. Thank y'all. Y'all, we got a live light tonight. We got over 200 over here. Had about 220, 225. That's good for me. I ain't tripping. Hello. Oh, homeboy disconnected.
Chingas a tu madre, güey.
Y'all Nino Radio. What's up? What's up, Jose? What up? Hello.
Que chingues a tu madre.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Pedro. No speaking Spanish. Hello. 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 Let's continue. Boy, I bet he was waiting all night to say that, boy. He was waiting all night to say that about your boy. Y'all Nino Radio, what's up? Hello. Hello. I'm finna play Ice Ice, baby. Don't worry. Y'all Nino Radio, what's up? Oh, man. Hello. What up? Y'all Nino Radio.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey. Nino?
What's up, bro? Yeah, what up?
Oh my goodness. I'm on. Fuck
Woo!
yeah.
Let's go.
MAGA, baby.
What up, man?
Man, I'm representing Washington State.
Okay.
MAGA. Over here,
Maga, let's go. What up?
we have so many people thinking that they could just take over, and you don't even have an I-10? Excuse me?
What's an I-10?
I-10 happens to be something close to a number where you can go file taxes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're saying they're working illegally?
I-10 should be I-T-I-N should
Yeah.
be W-W-I, working illegally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so from what I'm saying, you're saying you're MAGA. From what I'm saying here, what do you think is what I'm saying wrong? That people need to respect our country, come in legally, and deport all illegals. What are your thoughts on those statements?
Oh my goodness, look, so many people are crossing. Maybe it wasn't just Biden. Maybe it was even earlier than that, another 4 years earlier than that, when they were letting people just cross from Canada and the Mexican border. And now they want to slow everything down. And you had those 10, 20, 30,000 people that were just crossing across, kind of like a Born in East LA scenario.
Right?
Remember?
Yeah.
Remember at the mountain? And they all just came down?
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you right now, speaking of LA, I saw a video when they were predicting on how LA was going to be one day, and it's exactly like that, bro. The LA just got flooded with these people, bro. It's very sad to see, our cities being taken over by illegals. But go ahead.
And truthfully, they aren't the best.
Nope.
They are rapists and killers. Oh my God, they really are.
Yup, I agree.
The media is not lying. They're not lying.
I agree.
Everybody says, oh my goodness, yeah, my uncle crossed and now he's laying roofs on top of house. Good for your uncle. But what about Mr. raped a bunch of kids?
Hey, calm down with the words. Hey, calm down with the words, please, if you don't mind.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah.
How about Mr. Violated certain laws? And how about Senor violated other laws? What about those guys?
Yup, I agree. You're right. You're right.
I have 4 boys, and I'm afraid to take my boys to a public restroom at a park.
I agree.
Because I see people posted in their vehicles with their phones on, and
you're right.
And they're Hispanic, and they're no.
Yup.
Like, what do you call the people that are further than Mexico? Guatemalas and Salvadorians.
Keep preaching. Yup. You're right. Hey, bro. Let's be honest.
Killers. They're not all killers.
Bro, they have a different mindset. Their mindset is wired different. They do weird things in other countries. Let's be honest. You're right, bro.
I have to be present for my 4 boys to make sure that yes, we are brown, and yes, I am 4th generation Los Angeles, and I had to move my kids away from California for safety reasons because California is filled with these people from further away from Mexico, not necessarily Mexico.
Yeah. So yeah. From the others.
And they hate how we speak, how we talk, how we sound, how we look.
What? For real?
Even though and I live in Washington State, and we literally look the same, but because I have an accent when I speak Spanish, I'm the threat. You're in Washington State. We are 500 miles away from Canada. You're worried about how I speak Espanol. I just want to just live my life in Washington State, and I would love for Donald Trump to come here to Tri-Cities to make sure that what he's doing all across, not just big cities like Chicago, LA, bring Donald Trump to Washington State tonight. Washington State. Bring him here now. We are suffering. We are suffering.
I agree. No.
People who feel like they are so obligated because I have an I-10 and I'm working out in the fields from 3 in the morning to 2 p.m. Well, what about us that are working corporate jobs, that are out here trying to earn a living? And then I have Spanish people, and I'm brown, and I have Spanish people telling me that I need to go back where I came from.
Oh, for real?
I'm from Los Angeles, 4 generations.
Whoa.
And they're telling me, brown, Mexican, American, telling me 4 generations in Los Angeles. La Virgen Guadalupe de Los Angeles. The original Los Angeles, not L.A., Los Angeles. LA, from parents that were born in East LA and parents that were grandparents that were born in East LA. I'm 4th generation Los Angeles. But my dad decided we can't live this life anymore. I want to move, you guys. And you know what? My dad did a really good job moving away from California. Right when they did the 187 proposition, no more Spanish in schools. My dad, and also the 187 proposition that the governor did, and then also the Rodney King riots that was not Mexican related, but yet Mexicans fled California. They all left. My dad left. And
why?
Here we are in Washington. I'm trying to raise my kids, and then I still have Hispanics. I still have people browner than me telling me I gotta go back home. What are you talking about? I am brown as fuck. I am brown. Like, they call me negro. I'm not negro. I'm not Afro.
I can relate.
No.
I can relate. That's what they call me too.
Look at us. Look at us. We are brown. Beautiful and brown. And I still have to deal with other Hispanics telling me that I gotta go back where I came from. I would love to go back to LA. I would love to go back to LA. I would love to. But here we are in a state where it's supposed to be, okay, Hispanics do run the fields.
Oh.
No, really. No, really.
Say it. Speak the truth.
They really do run the fields out there. They really are picking the grapes and the apples.
Are they cleaning the toilets too?
And the potatoes. I'm sure. I don't go to hotels that much.
Okay.
I have a 2-bedroom home, so I don't go to hotels that much. And now I'm single now, but I have to raise my 4 boys in a state. It's called Washington.
Okay. Hey, bro. Okay, I gotta put somebody else on. I appreciate, man. Me and my buddy Jesus, we love your energy.
Make America great again.
Let's go,
great
man.
again, bro. One person at a time. One person
Salute, bro.
at a time. And it doesn't matter if we're brown. Make America great again. Even if you're brown. Let's go.
Woo! Later.
PJ,
Hey, I like-
fuck you, fool. Fuck you. I was just fucking playing, bitch. Fuck you.
What? You lame. Ah, he was trolling us. Let's continue. What up? Y'all need no radio.
What's up? Hey, Nino Brown, you better not block me, bro.
That was crazy. What up, man?
What's up, Nino Brown?
What up, man?
Hey, bro, why do you think you're pale skinned? For reals?
Because I don't give a flip what you think. Why?
I'm asking you a question. You can't even answer a question.
What kind of question is that?
Why do you think you're pale skinned?
Don't waste my time. Don't wait.
I'm not
why do I
wasting
think I'm
my
pale skin?
time.
What are you talking about, pale skin?
Another question for you. Would you
Go
let
ahead.
your daughter work for Trump at Mar-a-Lago?
Yep, I sure would.
You would at the spa.
What kind of weirdo? What kind of questions are these?
You a
At the
question.
spa?
I'm asking
Would
you
you
a
let your daughter
question.
work there? Would you let your daughter Juanita work
Hell
there?
no. With Trump, you're an idiot. Why would I?
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to worry about your
Another question.
deal.
Hey.
You need to worry about your deal and your
Hey, why
brother.
didn't you go help out
Why
the
don't you worry about your
people that
grandpa?
drowned at
Why don't
the
you worry about your
river in Texas
grandpa?
since you
Why don't you
love
worry about your
Texas so
deal?
much?
What?
Why didn't you go help out all those people that drowned in Texas in that area since you love Texas so much? Why didn't you go help? Why did you wait for
Let me
Mexicans
talk.
to
Let me
go
talk,
help
Pedro.
before you did?
Let me talk, Pedro. You know
No,
what?
my
You know
name's not
what?
Pedro.
You know what?
Tu
I did send
Arturito.
help. I did send help.
How'd you send help? You weren't there, bro.
Don't worry about it, dude. I don't make videos about it. I got a big platform. I got big pages.
No, you don't.
And my let me
no
talk.
one's sending
Let me
you
talk,
money for that.
Jose.
No
Let me
one's
talk,
sending you
Jose.
money. Nobody likes you, bro.
I don't. Who cares if you don't like me? Who
No
are
one,
you?
I said I didn't. I said no one likes you. I never said I did.
As
Pay
long as my
attention,
wife and my
bro.
kids
Pay
like me, I don't
attention.
care who. Nobody likes me. Oh, boo hoo, Pedro. Nobody
did
likes
you cry
me.
at your own
You think I
reflection
give a
wishing you
flip
were
if
white?
you like me? You think I care if you like
Do
me,
you
Pedro?
cry at your own reflection wishing you were white?
No, I don't.
No, I doubt it. Could you claim
What
to
else
be
you want
white?
to say, boys? It sounds like you want to cry.
Dude,
It sounds like you
hell
want to
no,
cry.
Dude, trust me.
Man, are you okay, bro? Let it all out, Yolanda.
I'm glad I'm Raza.
Let it all
I'm
out,
a LA native,
Yolanda.
bro.
Let it all out, Yolanda.
Banda, hey, why do you feel like you're smarter if you only speak one language?
Let it all out, Yolanda.
Hey, why do you feel like you're smarter if you only speak one language?
Because that's how I make my money, baby. All the big bosses in the oil field only speak English. That's
No,
why.
you're stupid. You're an idiot.
No, let it out, Yolanda. You watching me, Yolanda? Come on, Yolanda.
And they speak more languages than you and have way more money than you do.
Good. Let them have money. I'm not a player hater. Let it out, Yolanda. Come on. Keep it going, Yolanda. What else you got? What else you got to say? Let it all out. And he got off. He ran away. Yolanda ran away.
Their background looks sunny.